So far. How long is it in the video so far? I have no idea, but it's all your fucking fault. So without further ado, let's get started with the Rage Rerun triple video here. So, this week, the Rage Rerun is going to be Corpo, Gelot, Pollux. So, what do I recommend on them? And how are they played? This video is going to be an hour plus long, like I said earlier on the stream. And I have chat to the side where they'll ask me questions while I'm running through these themes and explaining how they work and their investment level. But on the spreadsheet right now, I set up what do you need for pools at each dupe, and I'll go over it in the video. If you want a shorter video, again, I'm going to say this multiple times and waste your fucking time. Waste all your fucking time. Waste all your fucking time. Again, I have a YouTube video. I have playlists linked in the spreadsheet. Linked to every unit, showcasing how to play every fucking unit in the game. And I have hundreds of videos. You can watch each video individually with edits. This is unedited. I do this one take on stream yelling at all of you guys to stop watching these videos. Stop watching these videos. I'm going to call out this guy and other people again. This is a guy who likes drawing my videos. No shame. Preview, calling you out. I really enjoy your videos. Sorry for still watching the Rage Bait videos. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. If you don't want me to make these videos, don't watch them. But people are going to watch these regardless. In the gym, while you're sleeping, as a bedtime story, whatever you want. So let me go over there, the units and the wheels. So let me go over in-game now. So what do I recommend? The 3 units that are rerunning are Corpo, Gelot, and Pollux. For most players, for 90% of players, even 99% of players, you would skip Pollux and pull for the other 2. Because Pollux needs a lot of investment to work really well. And he's by far gets worse age by age. I'll go over why in the video as well. Let me go over the high value units. Gelot versus Corpo. Gelot versus Corpo here. And I'll explain when you decide to pick one over the other. Because this is an actual choice. This is an actual hard choice. I don't know why I fucking clicked that button again. I'm wasting your time and my time. If you're still watching at this point, what is wrong with you? I have it in spreadsheet form, and I have the video in the visual. So just click off this video and watch my other video. I'm the only YouTuber who would tell you guys not to watch this video and watch a different video. My shorter videos. Because I'm going to go over the same thing, but on stream. But Gelot versus Corpo. Ideally, you want both. Because they're both meta units and insanely strong. But as a new player, you need to figure out what enlightens are good. Now, I already went over it on the spreadsheet, which you should have pulled up as your holy Bible. Because everything else is fucking garbage. So, Corpo, E2 is her breakpoint. Before E2, she's actually a pretty dog shit unit. Why? Her E2 gives her weakness and gives her the technical scaling on the pilots. Without her E2, doesn't really work. Now, her E3, luxury. Most of the times, you won't even care about this. The bone and stuff, most time, but if you have the extra pulls, you can grab it. But it's not needed to play her effectively. It's not needed. You can get the bone source somewhere else. Now, Gelot. On the other hand, Gelot is good at every enlightened level. Every enlightened level, E0, E1, E2, E3, with E3 being her full power. So, I have cleared Alert 3 and 4 with an E1 Gelot for months. Go back to old flares from a year plus ago and look at my old D-Tide runs. And in my chat right now, if you go on stream, at least one player has been clearing Alert 3 and Alert 4 with E1, E2 Gelot. It is possible because all her E3 does is make her smoother and give her irregular form and the shield break. This is what her E3 does, which is very good. And she's a unit you must have on your D-Tai team if you're serious about playing the meta. Because she's still one of the strongest burst units in the game. And she's the only E3 unit that does this at E3, which is shield break. This counters over 6 bosses in the game, such as Ogier, such as one-headed dog, or no-head dog. It's actually no-head dog. Because there are units which generates a shit ton of shields, or like Ogier, where if you have her E3, you can beat the boss alert 5 with a level 1 Gelot because of this effect. Because of Ogier, the thing about Ogier, when you break his shield, he loses 25% of his max HP. And it's not only Ogier that does this. So she hard counters a lot of bosses. If you care about meta at all, you pull for Gelot. She's one of the strongest units in the game. And she still is. Because of that mechanic and various other mechanics. Now, where you would choose between two if you're limited in pools, pull at least one copy of Gelot, pull at least one copy of Corpo, and Pollux. Pollux, you need so much investment on him for him to be worth it. His OE. He demands so much, and you don't need him to clear Alert 5. Where other teams, you can pull for more teams in the amount of pools it will take to pull on Pollux. And he still needs the premium supports. So he's one of the lowest potential teams. Not to say he isn't good, whaled out. He is higher on my whaled out tier list for 90% of players. Pulling him is just a waste of pulls, because for the amount of pulls you can pull for Pollux, you make 2 more teams. You make 2 more teams compared to the 1 team, which you still need additional pulls to make Pollux work. You still need additional pull to make Pollux work. Whereas teams like CAF, you don't need that unit, and you pull him with random units. I'll go over why he's even getting worse and worse later on in the video. Now, without further ado, I explained briefly what each unit does. Now I want to do a deep dive into a unit this video or live stream. So a deep dive each unit. So I either go over Corpo first or I go over Gelot first. But someone talk about Gelot first, so I'm going to go over Gelot. Because that's a lot faster. So I'm going to do a quick clear. Again, I have cleared Alert 5 with Gelot for over a year. And I don't have her overexalt. Yeah. You don't need her overexalt. Out of the 3 units, Gelot's the only one that does not get stronger when you unlock her OE, which is +4. Because no one uses her overexalt in the game. If someone is saving up for her overexalt to use it to burst on Gelot, don't watch their guys anymore. Don't even listen to them. They're clearly brain dead. You want to do several burst turns. But I'll just do a quick clear. I'm going to grab some DR to make this quicker. Let me grab some this to make it quicker. And with Gelot, so I can explain how her kit works. And this is the optimal Gelot team. Now, well, not really, because you can replace Horla with any other unit. Horla goes well in here. She's not needed here. All you need is Gelot, Dyes, Aegis, and even then you can replace Dyes if you have a strong enough Gelot. If you have a strong enough Gelot, you can replace Dyes. You need Lone Seed. And this is going to be a very boring, it's going to be the most boring run during this stream. So I'm going to do this, wave 2. So nice exploration so you guys can see. Everything is good. Let me check the key flare wheel. It's good. And we're going. Well, I explain how to play Gelot and how it works. Again, long video. It's your fault for watching these. It's your fucking fault for watching these. So, this is the E3 Gelot. You get this card starting, which means this card can transform into any card. Normally, 99% of the time, you transform it into chains. But for this scenario, what do we play first? That's right, we play this first. Weakness. Irregular form. 99% of the time, you play Crimson Shackle. The 1% of the time, you're doing a fast clear run on easy mode story. Or you're fighting Ogier boss. Unless you're fighting Ogier boss or doing easy mode story, in which case you grab her AoE. 99% of the time, you start off with Crimson Shackle. If you don't have this start off, don't worry. You still have the Crimson Shackle in your draw pile. What you do? 1, 2, 3. End turn. Congrats. You know half of what to play Gelot. It's very hard to fuck up unless you have some kind of mental illness here. So, you want the other one, but this is the best we got. So, do it on her. Now, what do we do now? We're either going to dupe or rouse dice. We're not going to burst yet. First off, we're going to rouse. Because I have enough key flare to do this. Most of you guys cannot do this. Because I have enough key flare I can do this. And then we dupe. We dupe the Bloodthirsty. Why do we dupe the Bloodthirsty? Well, if you watch my shorter videos, you would know. If you watched my shorter videos, you would know. But you didn't. Because you're a motherfucker. So, 1, 2. Unfortunately, we have the Snarl here. And I really want to Snarl, but I cannot. Crimson. 3. So, you do that until you're almost dead, and then you do your burst turn. Now, the burst turn is pretty simple here. So, we apply Bone. We don't even need the burst turn here. We can just do a regular. So, count. We counting the cards in hand. If you're running Aegis, check in your discard pile. Do you have Small Wish? Why do we have to check, Flayers? Because Aegis is Enlighten. If you have it, when you eat a baby on another unit, it draws Small Wish from discard pile into your hand, so it limits the amount of dupes dice can do for you. So, bad. So we need to clear our hand. How do we do that, Flayers? Feed a baby. We now have 10 cards. So, when I exile on dice, we'll have 9 cards. We'll dupe 2 cards for 11, and we'll draw 1 card. Easy math. Unless you're fucking watching Kaylee or a fucking nutter retard who doesn't know how the game works. That's how you do it. Exile. See? Hand size, perfect. Not a single card wasted. What do you do after you exile on Gelot? I have extra Bloodthirsty. The boss gonna die, but if you have a weaker Gelot, it will still kill. I'm playing as if I had a weaker Gelot here. So you strike for the crit rate and crit damage up, and then Hatred. This combo is always the same. We have 4 cards. So now, we're going to play the Bloodthirsty slowly. From the end. Why do you play at the end? The cards at the end are almost always the fleeting cards. So rather than search for bleeding, always know you start Bloodthirsties from right to left. Always play from right to left. So the next Bloodthirsty is probably going to kill. So what do we do now, Flayers? I'll tell you what we do. We charge up the Gelot. We play this. We get rid of this baby. We feed it to the Gelot or the dies for the next battle. Feed it to the Gelot. Now we play the dies defense, because when you're about to kill, you play everything else. Play this strike. And we're good. Dead. You want to do that, and you want to keep a furnace almost full for emergencies purposes. We didn't get rid of the sticky wax, but it's fine. Do this. Advanced Echo. Garbage. So, we can probably kill the boss now, but I'm just going to go through the waves. Every battle is always the same here. So, four units. We're taking massive damage. There are two things we can do now. We don't have a stall with weakness. It is sealing the highest alien missile awake. That's why we have, what's her name? Aegis. So we Crimson Shackle always. So now we check our emotions. We're in stall mode already. So we don't need to play this. We don't need to play this if we don't want to. So we're gonna count. It's worth it playing it. Or Ancient Caress. We're gonna play Ancient Caress. And we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Posse. Guess what we're gonna posse on? That's right, Bloodthirsty. Now we have the baby to stun. We have two options to survive. A, we stun on Aegis. B, we furnace. Most of the time, you're gonna use Aegis for the stun here. And then next turn, we do the burst. Next turn, we do the burst. They have Vaughn, they have everything. So we keep the furnace. We don't touch the furnace. The furnace is for, oh shit, emergency purposes. If you're using a furnace, you're fucking retarded here. Why, Flares? Why am I retarded for using furnace here? Because Bloodthirsty Flail heals for the amount of missing life you have. You won't have missing life if you heal up now. Whoa, now, whoa, you motherfucker. So, what do we do now? For the burst turn, we rouse, dies. We play the rouse card. Unless we can find a way to charge her up. So, we count. We have 10 cards. We have the small wish in hand. We're good. We exalt on dies. It is pretty simple. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how this works. The only comp that's easier is Salve. We get rid of this because we hate it. We hate it. We hate it with passion. Now, we exalt on Gelot. This is your standard burst turn. This is your standard Gelot burst turn. Guess what we do now? Strike. Now, this mob is about to die. But we still play the strike. Sometimes, if you want to keep it alive, you play the Bloodthirsty, but I think we might need all the Bloodthirsties. Hatred. So, depending on if the mobs are gonna live or not, you would decide to start with the Bloodthirsty or with the Crimsons. If the mobs are gonna live and you have another turn, you play the Crimsons. But we can see that all of these mobs are gonna die, so we don't play the Crimsons to lose our life. What do we do now? We charge up the Gelot and the Aegis. We started the Aegis, that's more important. And our key flare is a bit full. We dupe. Why do we dupe even though we are killing? For the Alimus and the baby regen. That's why we're duping here. So, Bloodthirsty. From this side. Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty. Now the next Bloodthirsty will kill. Before that, we play the Small Wish. Generate the Embryo. And guess what card we play? That's right. We either finish off with the Bloodthirsty or we stall. Let me see. We have an opportunity to stall. For most players, it's better to stall to generate more resources next turn. We can stall to generate more resources next turn. And that's what we're going to do. Again, I can easily kill it with my account. But for most players, unlike other dog shit content creators, they don't show you what to do on low investment. This is what you do on low investment. If I had a weaker team, I would stall there. We stay doing no damage. I would stall and charge up so that every unit is ready for the next battle. It's going to die this turn. We're going to finish it off this turn. But until then, we stall, we charge up, and we don't play this. Oh, actually, we do play it. We do play it. But we choose Vaughn. And Baby's at 90%. We play this defense. And now we kill. Leave this baby so it's inverted. We don't need to defeat that baby. So, for most cases, you want to stall like that. Event. Warp. Because the top option is pretty bad. This is fine. Ash and Ruins. For Gelot, you want Strength Relics because she has a Strength multiplier on her kit. So now we upgrade. We can buy this, or we can upgrade this. I prefer to upgrade this. This gives more value. This gives more value. I'll come back for Weeping Pipe later. So we're gonna go through this, grab the key. And fight the elite. So, multi-hit. Hey, these mobs have too little HP on Alert 5 now. They nerf Alert 5 too hard. But, same as every turn. Crimson Shackle. We're taking a little bit of damage, but not a lot. So, we have Ultra Turn. We're not using Ultra Turn. You almost never use Ultra Turn. You just use it for emergency purposes. And I know we're going to live. So, before we do anything, we're going to Rouse. We're going to Rouse here. And I'm going to play the Rouse card to get the Super Babies. And then I'm going to Annihilate. 1, 2. Because again, I don't want to go Ultra Turn this turn. And now we dupe Bloodthirsty. Again, this is only possible if you have enough Key Flare, like I do. Normally triple Shackle and stuff. So we now have this. We're good. Everything. And we can choose to stun this turn. If we're not, but we had the Furnace for this occasion. We can save the stun for when we need it. For when we need it, we Furnace here. We can save the stun for when we need it on Aegis. We Furnace right there. Sticky Wax annoying. We get rid of it. And now we have the Snarl. And we have Crimson Shackle. What do we do here? We check. Everything is good. So we're going to Snarl first. And now we're going to do the burst. Count the cards who have 8. Not even close. Exalt. Bloodthirsty. Now we have the possibility. But first, we Exalt on Gelot. Again, Horla, if you need the extra damage. If you're playing a lower invest Gelot, when you Horla Exalt, it buffs the Gelot damage, but we don't need to do it because I know the strength of my team, we don't need to do it. But if you need the extra oomph for your burst turn, you would Horla Exalt. And then after you Exalt on Gelot, you Posse on the Bloodthirsty Flayers. Why do you do that? To get the Alien Mist back on Gelot for the next burst turn. What do we do now? Guess what? We strike, hatred. Now, this battle is going for multiple turns, most likely. Most likely, I'm not sure, I'd probably kill it. But in a battle, get multiple turns, you count. We're at 4 a Rift Harmony in Arc 2. So we can't afford to play Crimsons. Crimson. Now we have 7 cards, which translates to 4. See how easy I did the math? So, after you play the Crimson, you then play the Bloodthirsty. Why is that? You get your health low, so then you can heal back up. There's an order to things. Bloodthirsty. Now, this unit is dead. Annihilate. Insight. It's already dead. We can finish it off if we don't want to do it. Base damage actually matter. Yeah. One thing about strength, base damage. Keeper level, base damage is better. Yes, that is true. So, we're going to play the defense. And we're ending turn here. We can continue killing and bursting, but the bleed is going to kill it regardless. And the boss is not going to kill us that. It's better to do that. And we can just charge him another burst turn. Now, look at our hand. What do we have? What do we want to go in Ultra Turn? We don't want to change stances. So let's just put the Small Wish. Vulnerable. Now we're going to do another burst turn. We just got to charge up Gelot. Feed a Super Baby to her. We don't need... Now, if you have a weaker... Again, I will always say this. If you have a weaker Gelot, you would charge up Thighs Exalt, and do another burst. But I have a strong enough Gelot. The boss only has 120,000 HP. We have 4 Bloodthirsties in hand. This is enough. This is more than enough. So all we're going to do is we're going to posse first, get the extra alien mist, because we're going to feed a baby to charge her up. And now we're going to exalt on Gelot and do another burst. And we're going to feed the baby back to her to charge up her alien mist for next battle. You always want to think ahead. You always want to think ahead when you actually know what you're doing. So we play all of these first. And we're going to play this defense first. To get the alien mist on her. That's the only reason why we're doing this. And we play the Bloodthirsty slowly. 1. We're going to finish it off with Bloodthirsties. 2. 22,000. 1,800. So the next Bloodthirsty will probably kill. So what do? We play the Dies defense. Get some Key Flare. We then play the Dies Strike. Get some more Key Flare. And we're good. Now we can finish it off. When the mob is almost dead, that's what you gotta do. Kill it off. HP. See? Very, very easy. So what do we do here? Damage amp is good, and this is good. These 2 relics are fine. Let me grab the damage amp. So that's what you do every battle. No change to whatever. The gameplay loop is the exact same. This is good. But we're going back to grab the base damage relic, which is high value. Oh, and we have a high priority. The thing about Gelot comps is because your healing is so strong with max HP, you want to always sell HP when you encounter the option. You always want to sell HP. So let's actually just go and fight the boss. I think I made my point. I think I made my point here. So let me just grab the heal here. I think I made my point. Again, normally you want to go and do all of the exploration on Gelot. But I made my point. Let's just do the battle. Because there's something you gotta do differently in a burst fight. Oh no! So much damage, we're gonna die. That's why you save Ultra Turn and run Aegis. We have 3 ways to survive this turn. Actually, 4 ways to survive this turn. 1. Ultra Turn. 2. Aegis Stun. 3. Furnace. 4. Weakness. So we have 4 ways to survive in our kit alone. That's good. So, irregular form, Crimson Shackle. This always happens. Now, I'm going to do something that I'm only going to do because I have a lot of Key Flare on my posse. I'm going to play this defense first instead of decomp. Most players, you want to play the decomp first. This is only a flare special. Okay? Because I have enough Key Flare where this is optimal. Do this. And we're going to do that. And we're going to stun. We're just going to do the stun here. And 1, 2, 3. And get this. Annihilate. Grab this on the Aegis. And Hatred. Again, it's only me. It's only me where that's optimum. The other way is you need to loan seed and stuff. Which I don't need to. I know how much strength my Gelot has. So we're going to now. So I want to demonstrate another thing, which players don't do because they're fucking retarded. So what do you do in this? Most players are fucking dumb. They would play this card first. No. What you want to do, the order. You want to check your cards in hand. Exalt on Dies first. Onto the Bloodthirsty. Then you Rouser. To get back the alien mist at full value. That's what you should do most of the time. So now we posse. Actually, wait. We exalt first on the Gelot. Now this is probably going to last 1 more turn, depending on how much damage we deal. Dupe the Bloodthirsty. So it's now easy. We strike. Strike. Hatred. When I say it's the same every time, I'm not joking. It's literally the exact same playbook every time till the heat death of the universe. And now we don't need Ultra Turn. Even if he hits us here, we don't need Ultra Turn. I played this enough to know we don't need Ultra Turn. However, we can finish this Crimson. Crimson, Crimson, Crimson. See? Don't need Ultra Turn. Bloodthirsty. We play the Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty. Now, the defense is going to kill. We're going to play the Strike first for Key Flare. Fuck. That also killed. Well, I can also fuck up. But it doesn't matter. Grab this. Don't even need this. Don't even need all of this. So we're going to sell HP. We're going to upgrade this. And we're going to grab the heal once it's a good relic. Grab the heal. Get rid of all the defenses in your deck. That's not Gelot. That's not Gelot. So, in a boss fight, what do you do here? In a boss fight, it's a completely different rouse order. You rouse Gelot first. Why? Because every turn after you rouse her, she gets 15% base damage buff. So that's why you rouse Gelot first in boss battle and not in mob battle. Because in mob battles, they won't live long enough and you don't need the strength. In boss battles live long enough where this is worth it. So now we decomp. We play the rouse card. We don't need to transform yet. We now triple shackle. You know the game plan. You know the game plan here. Oh my gosh. My fucking fat fingers. It's so hard to like undo that. My fucking fat fingers. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to annihilate. Insight. Crimson. Fucking fat finger. So do this. And dupe. And dupe. So that is typically what you do if you live. If you live, you save Ultra Turn forever. Forever and ever, you save your Ultra Turn. So we're good. There's nothing I want to do. This is for emergencies. Because we might do a burst to heal back up. And if I did not fuck up, I would play the elegy for weakness, but I'll live anyway. I'll live anyway. This is just reduce alien miss. We grab the strength down. Because that's ideal, because we can let her steal our shit, but that's a decent effect to grab, even if we're playing on Gelot. So this turn, big hit. Well, this is the time where we can decide where we want to go in Ultra Turn or not. But this is the burst turn. So we're gonna check our card. What we're gonna do always first is Dies Exalt. Dies Exalt first. We're good. I counted. Dies Exalt first here. Bloodthirsty Flails. Great. Now, we get rid of one baby. Get rid of one baby here. Or we get rid of the Snarl. So there's two choices. We either get rid of the baby or the Snarl. I'm going to choose to get rid of the baby. Now we rouse Dies. Because when you rouse her, you get the super baby. Now we transform this card into a Crimson. What card do we want in Ultra Turn? Small Wish will disappear. So I want to play this. Now, we Exalt on Gelot. So, we now strike, hatred. Now we check our card count. We play a Crimson. And we play the other Crimson. We're at 6. Get rid of this. And now we play the Bloodthirsties from the end. 2, 3. And it's enough. We finish it off. Annihilate, we don't need that. I'm counting. This is worth it. And Furnace. Again, if you have a weaker Gelot, you would play the Bloodthirsty, but this bleed is going to be enough. Again, a trick. Always try to kill a boss with bleed or counter. Why? You get a free turn. You see these double crimsons I have in my hand? The boss is now phased. You get a free turn while the boss is phasing if you kill it with bleed or counter. Think of it as a free turn. So, we now play this. Ultra turn. It's fine. We're not going to need to use Ultra turn once. Probably. Just going to do all this. And we're going to Annihilate. We don't need that. And we're just going to Hatred here. And we're just going to dupe Bloodthirsty. Done. Yeah, you just always dupe every turn, Lone Seed every turn. And now a big burst turn here. So, this turn, we need to free our hand. We get rid of this. So, there are several ways to free our hand here. We need to free our hand of 2 cards, because we have a small wish in hand. So, get rid of 2 cards in our hand. So, we're going to play this strike. And this strike, because we can get back to strikes. When to use Horless Dance? Never. You never need to change Horless Dance on a Gelot comp. There's very rarely a time you need to change on Horless Dance. Once you're in Snarl, you can stay in Snarl forever. You can stay in Snarl forever. So, we did all those bursts. So now, since we haven't used the buff yet, for the first time, we're gonna do the Horla buff. It buffs the crit damage and whatnot of Gelot. And now we do the final burst. So, for the final burst, we Exalt. And you already know the order. You already know the order. It's Strike, Strike, Posse. So, in a super burst turn, we have to be very careful here. Why? We're at 5 a Rift Harmony. So, the boss is dead here. The boss is dead here. When you feed a Super Baby to her, the boss is dead here. However, if you have a weaker Gelot, what this means after you play 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this brings it to 11. So, you play these 6 Bloodthirsties. Everything's going to cost more. So, that's something you have to keep in mind. But doesn't apply to us here. So, we can play the Hatred for the extra strength game before we do our burst. And Bloodthirsties from the end. Yeah, everyone's doing 100, 120,000. Yeah, it just keeps scaling up. And the boss is dead. So, we still have 3 Bloodthirsties in hand, a defense, and everything. And this is a DR proc. Again, we can also stun here. Probably should have stunned, but whatnot. It's dead. So that was 1.5 to 2 million damage burst if I managed to play everything. So yeah, that's why she's the strongest burst, one of the strongest burst units, and a must pull. That was Gelot. How to use her on her team. Now let me go over the next fucking unit for all you fucking idiots there. Corpo. Corpo is one of the strongest story mode units in story mode games. She is, without regards, I said it earlier on the stream, but since I'm recording for the video, I'll explain it again for all of you people. Corpo is the strongest story mode comp besides Blue Will. Why? she can take advantage of every gimmick in the game. And none of the bosses really counter her. Sorry, I was drinking milk here. However, in D-Tide, she falls off and is weaker than Gelot and other teams. But now in a Pontos, with Pontos release, that might change. Again, she is the best Pontos partner. If Pontos gets bug fixed with Pikmin. If the Pikmin-Pontos interaction gets bug fixed, Corpo is the best partner for Pontos, which I'll go over. But for now, I'm going to explain for story mode and Corpo. For story mode and Corpo, and explain her enlightens. So what are her breakpoints? E2, that's when you get her weakness on her 2 cost and the tentacle scaling on her pilots. Without her E2, she does not get tentacle scaling on the fucking pilots, which defeats the purpose of running Corpo. And without her E1, doesn't get the aftershock effect on her strike and defense, which defeats the purpose of running Corpo. To order her to function, her E2. Her E3, luxury dupe. Luxury dupe, not say is not nice, but is not needed. You can get the bone somewhere else. It's not needed. She's a discard unit. And she's the only discard unit limited in the game that feels... So that's why she's a must pull compared to Pollux along with Gelot. With Gelot and her, she makes discard teams possible. Pollux does not make any team possible. He does not open another avenue of play. That's why he's probably the worst out of the 3 units for the rerun banner and what I would suggest to skip. Besides the fact that he needs a lot of investment compared to Corpo, compared to Gelot, or to get functioning. Again, Corpo only needs her E2, and she can already clear all of hard mode story, and people have already done so. So, before I go over her endgame purposes in D-Tide, I'm going to go over why she's the strongest unit in hard mode story. Every story chapter has a thing which I call gimmicks. What are gimmicks? They're the resonance effect. Right here. Corpo is the only unit besides Will that can take advantage of every story mode gimmick in the game without fail, without encountering an issue or a problem. She's the only unit where this is possible. Every other unit in the game has a particular story mode boss or a story mode gimmick that they can't exploit. And she can take advantage of every boss mechanic as well. And some bosses are coded that Corpo can exploit. Such as G Murphy boss, the Reinforce, Corpo's Lightning bypasses it. Such as the I bosses. Also, she's the only unit that can be level 1 and you can cheese the I bosses. I think it's Red Eye. Or is it Yellow Eye? I have the video on my channel if you want to know the exploit already. Yeah, so that's why she's very, very, very strong in story mode. Let me go over wheels. Forgot. Again, you're watching this long-ass Rage rerun video because you want me to waste your fucking time. So, wheels. Her wheel, dog shit. Skip. This is a skip wheel. It's not even her best in slot. This is what her wheel does. No. You want Horla wheel. Her best in slot wheel is Horla's wheel. Why? Horla's wheel. Read it. It's a DR wheel. She scales off of DR. Crit rate, crit damage. Shield generation, alien miss, strength, plus 20%. That's right. She can take advantage of every effect of Horla wheel. It's her best in slot wheel. And some retards didn't even realize this. The other guide makers, if you look at their old videos, they don't run this. They run some fucking dog shit wheel on here because they don't know how to fucking play the game. Like, you guys know this. That's why I hate fucking most English content creators, because they actually don't play the fucking wheel. Yeah, size wheel is the one best in the game. But yeah, Horlet's wheel is right here, best in slot here. In the second wheel, use whatever. I use this for this run, but technically, her best second wheel is Titan's Blade. If I can take away her best second wheel is this. This is normally what you would run on a DPS Corpo. This is normally what you would run on a DPS Corpo here. But I'll do this run here. But so we're gonna go over 2 comps, 2 Corpo comps. There's no other wheels with +1 or Rift. No, we're gonna go over 2 Corpo comps here. So we're gonna go over this, and we're gonna go over the Arita. So we're gonna go over the Pontos one first. We're gonna go over the Pontos one first. So this is the Pontos one. Again, you only run this if Pontos Pigman is not nerfed or fixed. This is the next best thing. Now, the strongest and the weakest variant. So unlike Gelot, which has one good team with small variations, there are a lot of Corporal teams. That's why she's very good and why I recommend you to pull her. There's so many Corporal team possibilities for you to use in the game. I'm going to showcase the Pontos team, and you go to my Corporal video to find more. So, Pontos Corporal, who are the last 2 units? Any other unit. Any other unit. So this is the Ultra version if you only want standard units. But Chaos, it works better. Technically, if it's Chaos, you use Hamel, and then you use some shit like Riker. Hamel, Riker, if you want the more expensive version with more limiteds for your main story. But we're going to do a cheap run first with this. And I already did this without wheels to showcase it, but just key flare. Let me just remove this. Let me just remove this. Let me just remove this. And I'll just run this for DR. Let me just remove these wheels. Yeah, I'll just remove this. Again, you can put whatever wheels you want as long as it's key flare on Winkle, as long as it's anything on Cassia, to be honest. And you don't need this wheel on him. Let me just pick. You pick whatever other crit damage wheel. I'm going to make it weaker. You pick whatever. And your best crit damage wheel besides his wheel. And Horlo wheel plus whatever other wheel. The best in slot is Titan's Blade plus 12. If you don't have it, don't worry. You can run whatever else. So, do you want me to show me the best case scenario? Whatever. I'm gonna keep this on her, but I already is showcased like the low and best clear. Again, I do have plus 12 Pontos now, but you do this with an E3 Pontos just fine. I have the video already showcased on how to do it. But I'm going to do this run. This is my first time doing it with a whale Pontos. So, for this, you want Dreams on Corpo. The Dreams needs to have a lot of crit rate. And that's basically it. A lot of crit rate. You can have a key flare in DR. That's all you need. And everything else is the same. Discard Posse. Again, if you want a low and best version of the clear, I did have it on my video channel. I'm like other dog shit people who can't even fucking clear without using ECOX with 3 plus 12 units. Dog shit player. I can actually do it. So, Ultra Turn. What do we want to Ultra Turn? Gauntward. All these Gaunts. Nice. We play the Omnis for the weakness. We can either play it or get rid of it. And this is our key flare bot. We play it to charge up our key flare. Do we white stance this turn? No. We don't need to. We don't need this scaling really, but I'm just gonna have it regardless for shits and giggles. That's the first turn. So, second turn. We have the energy beam. We play it. We rouse. Pontos always first. Now we white stance because this is the bigger damage, and we end turn. The sticky wax actually helps us, by the way. The sticky wax actually helps us. So, this only works in Arc 2. This poof effect, this team does not work in Arc 1, chapters 1 through 9, because poof does not count as a discard in Arc 1. It only counts in Arc 2 with the Soul Forge effect. Why is that the case, Flares? Because devs are fucking retarded. That's why. So this Ponto's, like, I'm not going to play the Lightning. I'm not going to play the thing. So we can get rid of the poof. We want to kill this turn. So, this turn, red stance. Red stance. Check our draw pile. We're good. We now poof. We now poof before anything else. Insight. Nice. We now defense on the Corpo. So we can just lightning. So if we're playing a Corpo only comp, we would exile on Corpo. It keeps the lightning, and we double play both lightnings in red stance. But we have Pontos. What do we do if we have a Pontos? We check how much damage his Exalt does. 36,000. Alright, that's what we need to do. We play the lightning first. We get the kill. We can now grab the kill. Get the free kill. And now we can either play the Gaunt or Exalt on Corpo Lightning. So this will do a lot of damage. But I'm going to reshuffle. So this is another thing you can do. Count the cards in your hand. Discard. Pretend you have a weaker Pontos. You discard so we get all the lightning back. So that when you Exalt, these will be 3 costs. And you can play it, and you can play the Slay Gun. So again, this kills, by the way. This kills, by the way, because it's very strong. This kills, and Tentacles will kill. So we can just Exalt on Corpo, and do the whole shit in Kababo with the lightnings. But we don't need to do that. We can just do this. Get that. Get rid of this. Strike. And end turn. Again, if you have a weaker comp, you do it with Corpo Exalt. Actually, this is too strong. Do I have a weaker Pontos to borrow here? This is too strong. Well, I already did it, but Pontos. Scroll all the way down. What is this? And this is weak enough. Can't be. Oh, this is fucking dog shit. It's not built right. Otherwise, I would use this. It's not built right. Not this E3. Is this the weakest? Is this the weakest Pontos? Crit rate. Yeah, this works. Yeah, this works. Yeah, I'm gonna borrow that. Okay. Yeah. Showcase the weakest Pontos. That's the weakest Pontos. Even my previous Pontos is weaker. So, first turn, Energy Beam, Key Flare, this, and we can play the X outright, or we can play the Slay Gaunt. We're gonna play the X outright for the regen. Get rid of this. And end turn here. This turn, we have the nice Psyche here. We're going to play it. We have the nice Arouse card, but we have the poof. We have the poof, and that's very important to us. So anything we can poof? Yes. We poof. Insight. We arouse the Pontos. We're taking 500 whatever damage. We're going to play this. Never turn to weakness. We're going to white stance. We're good here. We're good here. End turn. So, we rouse the Pontos. This always happens. We play the Gaunt Word Call. So, we have all these cards. The first thing we're going to do, red stance. We can posse. However, we want to draw into the X card. We exalt on her first to grab the bone. And now it's quite easy. We check how much damage the Ponto's exalt does. 32,000. We play that. It gets the nice kill. We can now check our thing, scale up, discard posse. And how much damage does this do? 1,800. Shuffle 1. And we're going to exalt. Strength down. Now next card is double play. Play this. Dead. See? Weaker Pontos. The result, exact same. The result, the exact same here. Anything else we can do? Nope. The result, the exact same. Do this. Grab this. And we want to go and battle around the planet. Getting more kills. I actually just fight. I'm going to fight the boss earlier. Because this team is strong enough. I'm confident in my playability, but it's fine. So, this team. 4 mobs. You want to stall. You get the thing, so... This turn, we want to rouse the Pontos, but is that the case now? Taking a lot of damage. Yeah. Rouse the Pontos first here, because he doesn't have enough for Overexalt or Exalt. So, it does 1,700. None of these mobs are enough for 1,700. But first, we're going to play this outright. Is it enough now? Nope. We then posse. First turn. And check it. It's enough. We exalt Winkle onto the Pontos. We exalt on him. Get a kill. White stance. Done. Next turn. We have this is a good play, and Gauntward Call is a good play. We're going to play this first. Get the shield. And Gauntward Call won't take into effect. We have Ultra Turn. Now, the difference between a Pontos and other comps is you want going Ultra Turn most time with Pontos. But not in this scenario, I think. Not in this scenario. How much damage taking? You want to go Ultra Turn to build up Alimus to go for the kills. Actually, yeah, we are going to Ultra Turn here. We are going to Ultra Turn here. So we're going to get rid of the Sticky Wax. And we're going into Ultra Turn here. So the point is we want to stall to get more kills on Pontos or fill them up. So this is a fake. We need to check for the fake ones. We play this first. Play the fake Gauntward Call. Nice, nice. Now we play this just for the shit. Discard. Get them all back. Discard, discard. Can't play this because our hand is full. And we're good. End turn. We go to Ultra Turn so we can get an extra turn of getting passive Alimus regen and whatnot. Because we only got 1 out of our 3 kills, or we can charge up an Overexalt. It's probably not. We're probably not going to charge up an Overexalt here. So seal and that. So this turn, we're going to play this. Get the kill. And next card is going to go Ultra Turn. We want this. Stall. So this is Slate Gaunt. Play to 0 cost. Okay, we're good. Now we red stance this turn. If it's a weaker Corpo, you exalt, but you don't even need to exalt. Just play the lightning. And we can poof this. Let me check. Yep, we're poofing first. Insight. Gaunt Ravage. Now we really want to exalt on Pontos to get the kill. Do that. Need to get 1 mana. There we go. So we just get the basic exalt here. And this X card kills it. And so does the Slay Gaunt. Both options kill it. Let's just play the X card so you can marvel at the level 60 whatever Gaunt. Anything else we want to play? Nah. Yeah, it took a lot of damage because it was counter, but either way, dead. It's pretty simple. Again, the last 2 units doesn't matter. Dominion. Yes, we're always going to play Gauntward Call. Gauntward Call is an always play. Nice. And we're not going to grab that because we don't have any healing on this team. We don't have any healing on this team, so it's not ideal for us to grab that. So we're going to go fight the Elite. Yeah, we're fighting Elite. I want more relics. Gland that we don't have Ultra Turn. It's fine. So this turn, we do want to rouse. We do want to rouse, but we're doing something different here. We're going to rouse, and we're going to play discard. Gauntward Call. Perfect. It's exactly what I want. Gauntward Call. And we're going to poof everything. Even that card. Do this. Perfect. It's actually going ideal. We discard our entire hand. Insight. Strength down. Play this. Tinkle, tinkle, my winkle. Anything else? We do have this. Slay Gaunt. How much damage we're taking. We don't have the weakness yet. Do we have the weakness here? And we're going to annihilate. Insight. Weakness. And defense. We're good. End turn. How many lightnings do Pontos and Corpo need? Pontos, if it's not exploit. E3, if not exploit. If exploit Pikmin, E0. E0 if not exploit. A Corpo E2. Corpo E2. So this is, let me see. Is it burst? Oh, it is burst. It is burst turn now. So we get rid of that. Now we exalt on Corpo. This is the Corpo exalt. Exalt, we have the nice Gaunt there. Did we rouse? We did. So we're going to Lightning. Get rid of 1 pilot. Exalt on Cassia. Insight. Get rid of this Vex. And Lightning. We have the discard for later. And now we're going to buff this. How much damage is it? It's worth it. Play this once. And then play this. Exalt for the nice kill. D-type presets. I did update the D-type presets. I'm waiting until to see if they nerf Pontos before I update it. I'm waiting to see if they nerf Pontos. So end turn. Yeah, so that was a typical burst turn there. I'm waiting to see if they nerf Pontos. And now we can arouse the Pontos here. We play this. This. We strike first, poof. Insight. Get rid of all these cards. Okay, check how much we need to kill. That much. Posse. And we're good. We're good. We might get the Pontos overexalt, but again, I'm pretending you guys don't have an overexalt Pontos, so that'll be unfair. So I'm not gonna use his overexalt here. But ideally, you would wait till his overexalt to get the last 2 kills, because it counts as 2 kills. But get rid of Sticky Wax. It's garbage. You played a 0 cost always. So now we posse. Do we have white stance? We do. We stall. So energy beam. We are poofing. Strike on Pontos. And we're poofing here. Weakness again. Get rid of BC. See, it's pretty good discard. With this team, it's pretty good discard. Will I regret not pulling Pontos for Corpo? Probably. He's very strong. He's very strong, but you need him E3 to work in a discard comp. You need him E3 to work on a discard comp. Because that's where he gets his discard mechanic. Grand Reception, Sticky Wax. Hell no, we don't want that. How much is it? Yeah. Red Stance. Yeah. Even if he is nerfed, as long as you have him E3, technically he's the best Corpo team. And he's dead. It's dead. Just Exalt. Yeah, he's very strong. Yeah, because you won't be able to play him without his thing. Ooh, this is good for this team. The elements regen is a bit low. This is decent. Let's shove 1 temper. Okay, if you're playing Corpo, this Metal Relic is the best relic for Corpo. This Metal Relic is the best relic for Corpo if you're playing Corpo. Let me upgrade first, though. And I'll battle first. Let me think. YOLO. Grab the heal. And we're getting rid of a Cassia defense. Here we go. Double hit. We have Ultra Turn to heal up. We're good. And first turn, we have the opportunity to rouse Pontos. I don't have Tulu Wheel. What can I use on Karen on whatever DR or something? DR or whatnot. DR or whatnot, doesn't matter. So first turn we do that. We decide if we want weakness or we want to go in Ultra Turn or not. So we're going to Exalt on the Pontos here. Pontos here. We're deciding we're playing the Psyche. We're discarding. We're playing this. White stancing. And sure, we are going inside the Ultra Turn here. I don't want to take that much damage. We have all of these lightnings. So a thing about Corpo in Ultra. Best team to stomp story at low investment. Best team to stomp story. So low investment. Oh, Pontos. Pontos right now while the Pikmin exploit still works. Pontos, Corpo, Pikmin. Right now, Pontos. As of this moment in time, Pontos. In the future, stay tuned. So the thing about Corpo's Lightning is if you discard it in Ultra Turn, it's very good. Yeah. Yeah, you get multiple of it in this card. So do this. Do this. And we can actually do a Super Burst. Yeah. Discard all that. Pontos. Weakness. How much is it? Pontos. 0, 0, 0, 0. And we're good. And for Horla the Arcath, yes, Sigil Yield is fine. That's what I do. Sigil Yield is fine. Sigil Yield is really good. So we get Exalt, grab the kill. Again, it's an over Exalt. Pretend it's a regular Exalt. It's still gonna kill the last mob anyway. So we want to farm kills here. We want to farm kills here. We Psyche. Energy Beam for the weakness. Check our draw. Discard. Insight. Do this. Do this. And anything else we want to do? I want to double posse to see if we get anything else. Oh, Pontos is garbage ass fucking shit. Yeah, it's open in bed. Pontos E3, Corpo to E2. Yeah. Draw. Grind his story before they nerf him? Probably. It's probably a good option. This is fleeting. And shield. I'm just getting his Exalt again. I could have red stance killed that turn. I could have red stance killed that turn. But I'm just showcasing. Okay, this is a red stance turn. This is finally the red stance kill because we can get the Pontos Exalt. So right now we red stance, check the thing. We poof first. We Exalt on Corpo, then we do the whole thing. But let's check how much damage. Sure. Play the Slay Gaunt. Lightning. Oh, never mind. Lightning's enough. Lightning's enough. So we just posse first. We don't need bone. We don't need bone anymore. So we just do this. And we're gonna play this very careful here. Okay. That's why I said to have very careful because Pontos is very strong. Be very, very careful when playing him. Kill. Yeah, the Corpo Pontos team is pretty brain dead. Event. Yellow Snail is good. Yellow Snail's the best. And the Symptom's very good too. I like the Symptom a lot. The Symptom's very good. And we can battle or go to boss. I'm battling. Charging up for boss. So I'm not going to go and grab the Pontos kill here. I'm just going to charge him up. Blue is so busted. Yep. Do this. Weakness. And we're going to get rid of this pilot. We're going to Exalt on Cassia. Oh no, we're taking so much damage. We're not. We're not taking any damage here. We're not taking any damage here, actually. So, let's see. How likely are we to... So, depending on how likely we are, we Exalt on her. And if we draw an X card, we win. Yep. X card. Forgot. Forgot. I don't... Ideally, you would run the fucking Merriam Wheel. Forgot. The best slot you would run the Merriam Wheel. I forgot I wasn't running the Merriam Wheel. You would want to run the Merriam Wheel there. But since we're not running the Merriam Wheel, I can't do what I was planning to do. So we know that the X card is the bottom. So we don't Exalt on Cassia here. White stance. Do this. And we're going to play this conjoined. For the strength down. Yeah. If you have the Merriam Wheel, you can red stance. But with Ultra, you can only have the red stance. So you want to run Merriam Wheel and leave someone. In order to do the first turn kill there. But we're going to do the second turn kill here. Fuck. I hate this. So the big thing is you don't want to Exalt when you have the X card in hand. But we can still do it. We can still do it. So what we do for this burst turn is we're going to stay in that stance, rouse Pontos here for a quick second. Rouse Pontos here for a quick second. We're going to weakness everyone. We're going to now posse. Going to get rid of this. We're going to exile on her. There's actually a couple of paths we could have taken this fight, but this is fine. Strike. And I don't want to lose that much health. So I'm going to show you what I mean by another path. So there's another path we could have gone. There's another path we could have gone. How much damage taking this? Oh, we have to waste this. Unfortunate. I really, really, really wish that I had the Merriam wheel to showcase the Merriam trick. I really want to showcase the Merriam trick, but I don't have the Merriam wheel. If you have the Merriam wheel, so you can get the red stance first turn, we can kill all these. But we don't have red stance, so I can't kill all of them for first turn. But we don't have red stance, unfortunately. So that limits our options here, but we might have it next turn with the Corpo. If I have the Merriam, because I need to be able to red stance first turn in order to do the one turn. It's in my video. It's in my video for those of you guys who are curious on what it entails. So first off, we're going to posse. So this is the burst here. Posse. We're going to now poof. We're going to exalt. We need to get the round. I don't even know if I have enough key flare for this. Don't even know if I have enough key flare for this. Yeah, still no red stance. Still no red stance. This is why key flare is very, very important. Still no fucking red stance. So I can't posse. Unfortunate. I just have to do this then. If you can't posse, there's nothing you can do. You just have to exalt on Corpo first. So this is the combo. You exile on Corpo first. You rouse the Corpo to get the extra tentacle. Because rousing Pontos does not get the extra tentacle. It's a dog shit thing. I can't explain to you why they don't let that happen. You poof. You insight. Check your hand. You discard. Yep, here we go. And that's basically the combo. You then double lightning. You get rid of these pilots. You annihilate. Do this. And then you play the X card and they're all dead. Watch. That's technically what I wanted to do turn 1. But I couldn't do that turn 1. Because we didn't have the starting tentacle. We didn't have the starting tentacle, so I couldn't do that turn 1. But ideally, that's what you want to do turn 1. But that works turn 2 there. The Daffodil on him doesn't work that well. Actually, I tested it. It doesn't work as you would think. Daffodil doesn't work the way you expect on Pontos. And nothing we can do here. And end turn. Yeah, Daffodil doesn't work the way you would think on Pontos, unfortunately. Not recommended. Not recommended. So, what is the kill value? Enough. 1500. I am very scared to kill. I'm very scared here. But I need a little bit more damage. I don't want to play conjoined, though. This will kill. I think it just exalt here. Power Pious works. Yes, Power Pious works. Yeah. That's his best in slot if you have a Whale Pontos. If you have a Whale Pontos, that's his best in slot. If you have a Whale Pontos, that's his best in slot. Yes, that does work. refresh. Ooh, grab the heal. This, grab the heal. So where's the get rid of the defense? Yeah. Morimens' wheel and his wheel are going to best in slot if you're a plus 12er. If you're a plus 12er, Morimens' wheel and his wheel are best in slot. So boss fight, we want to go in ultra turn to start scaling the Pontos. Get rid of this card always. Get a nice vuln. So before that, we're going to check if this is a burst turn or not. It's not, because we need to stay in blue stance. So the thing we want to do now is we want to start scaling. So we rouse the Pontos. We don't have to play it. We just rouse it for more cards to play. We are going into ultra turn here. We do that. We white stance. And now we choose to rouse the Pontos. We don't have the X card. We're going to check the cards. This card. On this card, exhaust all alienness. We want the weakness. We're Annihilate was enough to do the shield. Annihilate. We're going to now poof. Check the cards. This card. And just get their strength down. That, and we're good. We're good. And turn. 9 pack hunt. Very good. So now we have the ultra turn. We are going to ultra turn. So we are going to rouse the Corpo this turn. But first we want to play the Gauntward. We want to exalt on Corpo. Now we rouse Corpo for the Tentacle. Insight. Red stance. Get rid of this pilot. So now we can play the Gauntward or the Gaunts. Either one is good. Let's just play this because it is a burst turn. Okay, put this back. It is a burst turn, so we want to play Lightning. Get rid of 2 pilots. Lightning. X card. Now we can exalt on Pontos to get the strength down. We don't need to. We're going to ultra turn now. Let's play both these pilots. So we play the fake Gaunt eventually. But first we want to draw with this. We have to play the fake Gaunt. There we go. We're staying in blue stance here. Fake Gaunt. We want to play these, but we can't just yet. So we played this for the weakness. Taking 300 damage. And taking 300 damage. Good. We have a lot of pack hunt. So, insight. Okay, this turn. It could be another burst turn, but it's not. We don't have red stance. We get rid of this. So we play the Gauntward. Discard. Again, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Pontos does not need OE. Pretty simple. Get this. We strike on Pontos, get a card. Play the 0 cost card. We poof. Everything. We do this. Get the 0 cost card. We play it. We're just scaling now. And energy beam. Strike. Don't need to do anything. We have everything ready. We could Pontos Exalt, obviously, but no need just yet. We're gonna wait for one super burst turn. Again, the Slay Goddess does not care if you have Vuln or Weakness, so we just play it. So this is where we Ponto's Exalt. We don't need to red stance for it. So first off, we're going to Exalt on Cassia. Nice, nice. We have the Conjoin. We have the Gaunt Word. We play Conjoin. We play this. We Posse now. Yeah, this is just playing Pontos, not really even the Corpo. So we're good. And we just overexalt. Now he's doing no damage. And done. And we can just discard Posse or Posse again. Doesn't matter. We're gonna choose this to generate Alien back. And let's exalt onto the Pontos again. Prepare for the burst turn. Prepare for the Corpo burst turn. We want to save the insights if possible. Because they are retained. We want to save the insights for the burst turn. So this is the burst turn, quote unquote. Red stance. We have all these nice insights. However, we're just going to exalt now. There we go. We play this first. Oh. It's dead without us having to do much. So technically, in this burst turn, we Lightning X. We Lightning X, and that's optimal. However, it's going to be dead. Yeah. It's going to be dead by just a Lightning. Yeah, it's dead already. So. If you have... Yeah, Pontos is just too strong. Like, I purposely took a weaker one than mine, too. But if you have a weaker one for whatever fucking reason you're building it wrong, you would Psyche first and then do everything first. But, yeah, this is dead. So, and then you play the X card. But since it's dead, we're gonna empty our hand a little bit here. And Gauntward. Conjoined. And obviously you can get the Pontos Exalt here. But, yeah. That would have been enough to kill. But that was the burst turn push. And we save his Exalt for emergencies or when it's full, basically. For a boss fight. Oh no! So much damage! Weakness. We're gonna play the Pontos defense first. So we can discard the Gaunt card. We're gonna play the Strike first to get the Gaunt card. We're gonna poof. Play this. Key Flare. Defense. And we have White Stance. We're good. Obviously, we can Exalt on Pontos too. That would be unfair to the boss. It is an overexalt. So I'm not going to overexalt just to showcase some more. I'm not going to overexalt just because we don't need to. But most of you guys probably overexalt or just regular exalt there. Don't need it. We can just kill the boss without exalting on Pontos anymore. The discard team, but you basically figure out how the discard team works here. You basically figured it out. So, first off, we're going to play these cards. This first. Double play this. Now we're going to Psyche. Insight. Insight. This is good. Do we have Red Stance? Nope. Trauma. We're going at Posse. The Symptom's decent. Conjoined. And again, we're taking no damage once again. So we're just going to play the Strike. Annihilate. Insight. Yeah, it is pretty straightforward here. There's very little you can do to fuck this up. There's very little you can do. Again, I could go Ultra to shield up. There's very little I can do to fuck this up. I would have killed by now by using the Overexalt. Most guys won't have Overexalt. So I'm going to try not to use it for the kill. I'm going to try not to use the Overexalt for the kill here. First, this is the burst turn. Okay, this is a red stance, right? Yeah. Red stance, Gauntward. So what we do first, play this first. XL on the Corpo, see the lightning. Insight. Okay, we're gonna poof. We're going to discard Bossy. We're going to lightning. Strike on Gaunt to get the thing. Get rid of all the pilots. Now check our draw. We have the lightning, but we also have Gauntwards. So we telekinesis. Grab the Gauntward. Play that. We now grab this. Grab this to hand. And we can continue it with a poof. But this is going to be basically enough. Watch. So, with a regular Ponto's Exalt, dead. For a regular Ponto's Exalt, dead. Or, Annihilate. Insight. Poof. Insight. Lightning. See? And Conjoin dead. So there you go. Without using the Ponto's Overexalt. Dead. So that was one Corporal team. Now I'm going to do another Corporal team. Because I'm not going to do a Pollux team because it's pretty... So that was the Ponto's Corporal team. That's her technically best in slot if Ponto's isn't nerfed. Now the alternative one, which I personally use for D-Tide, is the Vortex version. I need some coaching for D-Tide. I'll get to you, Oats. Right after this, because I'm recording a video right now, the Raged Rerun video. So, this is my last run. So, this is what you would run without Ponto's if he gets nerfed. The alternative. Drown Innocence, all this, go in. And this is a straight to boss team, basically. This is pretty simple. You run with the Vortex Posse. This is the alternative Corporal team. Do this. And we're going to do the weakness. I really want to play this, but we're gonna... This is good too. Weakness. This. And... Now, Vortex for the fucking Vuln. And get rid of the pilot. What wave can I go? Right now, this D-Tide, Daffodil, wave 1 or wave 2. Wave 1 or wave 2, not the wave 3 boss, this D-Tide. So always we rouse the Arita first. We play the defense here. Double Gland. White stance, second turn. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. This is the burst turn. Red stance. Grab the sticky wax. That's garbage. Play this. We're going to exalt on Mrs. Corpo. And we're just going to play lightning. Right here. But first we posse onto the Corpo. Lightning. And we exalt is dead. That's typically how it goes. The other discard team. Again, this is very high investment mode my Rita, so it's whatever. Down here. Down here. Fight boss battle immediately, so I feel like make this video quick. Again, you want to fight every battle, but this team's strong enough that you can fight the boss. So, this one, we do the strength down. First card, we need to build a key flare, so we do this. We can grab this, and we need a weakness. Next hit is a lot bigger. But we're just going to Exalt on Murphy here. The next hit is bigger, but I don't care. I frankly don't care. Defense. We're gonna save the vortex for next turn. We're gonna save the vortex for next turn. Yeah, next hit is a lot bigger, but it doesn't matter because we saved the vortex. So this turn we're going to, regardless of what happens, we're going to white stance. We're going to vortex. This always happens. Now we're going to play this card. Actually, we need to play Vernal Message. So we're gonna rouse Arita. We're gonna play this card. Defense for Key Flare. And we're good. So you want Vortex Posse, you play this alternative kind of team just to scale up, because that's going to be your scale up, because the pilots aren't going to do enough scaling. So play this card. So that's the only unit you're going to rouse. We're always going to Posse onto Murphy, and that's all we're going to do here. So grab this, rouse. So count how many glands. So we're going to count the glands. Not enough yet. So gland. What's the effect? Gain shield, extra damage, increase strength. I'd rather lose Alimus. And we're good here. Nothing else we want to do. And turn. Do you think getting Curriculum Battle Pass? Good option. Has the Key Flare wheel. Yes, Curriculum Battle Pass is very good. So, he does the triple hit. We exalt on Murphy. We stall. That's what Murphy is here for. We Posse. Back to the Murphy. Now we count the glands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Not enough. We want 10 glands. So we still gotta wait, and we still have 2 untouched lightnings here. So it's not a burst turn yet. Oh, I could have reloaded as well. It's my mistake, but it's fine. Reload. And we're good to end turn. This is basically what you gotta do. You just gotta stall for the boss here. Okay, another turn. More glands. Gland. We count. Do we have 10 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. We have 8 glands. So close. Very close. Next turn, it's gland time. Or this turn. However, it is this turn gland time, because we red stance, we Corpo Exalt here. Before we play this. Let me play this first. Strength down. We Corpo Exalt here. Yep, we draw a gland. We Posse onto the Murphy. Gland. So we lightning. We gland. Now we exalt. Because that's 10. This is the first burst, and every subsequent burst gets stronger because of Arita's gimmick. First burst. Now, contrary to belief, we want to get rid of the pilots, because you don't want to declutter our deck. Our scaling is from Vortex's Posse. And sure, we exile on Vortex here. This doesn't do that much. Our main damage is Arita here. And now we play this. We posse. Onto the retail or Corpo. This is a good time to use the DR if we want to. But we play the Gland. Play Sakura Blossom. Vortex. Defense. So we're checking how much damage we're taking. 1300. Get strength. We do have the white stance. So we're gonna white stance. And that's all we're gonna do. We don't need to do anything else. We're good. We can exalt on Murphy here. Let's just exalt. Let's just exalt actually. Zero damage taken. And a little bit of sacrifice. And another thing. Posse. It's pretty simple. Straight to boss battle here. No relics. But it is ring. So you gotta take that in mind. 1, 2, 3. And what's this? Increase strength, get extra damage, don't care. And count the glands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10 glands. So we can push this turn. However, it is a little bit. We don't need to. We get a free turn. It's just a slight buff. So posse onto Murphy, and this should push. This should push. Yeah. And we're prepping for the next burst turn. We're prepping for the next burst turn. The burst turn to burst all burst turns. Do this. Grab the reload. Posse. Onto the Murphy. Dimensional lock into your... Okay, dimensional lock is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but we don't have enough for the burst turn yet. Posse. Strike. Charge. Strike. And this is the free DR proc. This is the free DR proc. Unfortunate. I hate this card. Because now we cannot get the Vuln unless we play the dice. Unless we play the dice, we cannot get the Vuln here. So we do need to either defense or shield up this turn. Okay, where's the next one? I'm gonna see. Okay, the next one is in our draw pile. I see. So knowing that, we're gonna pick the dice for multiple turns. Dice. Did not grab it. Play this. Oh, our white stance is good enough. On this card, exhaust all awakeners. Strength down, 2 turns of vulnerable. So next turn is the have to kill turn, quote unquote. So we're going to walk this. Next turn is the have to kill turn. Fleeting. We're gonna posse someone. And white stance. This will decrease alienness for everyone, so we're going to strength down, 2 stacks of vuln. And we're good. Okay. This is red stance. We're going to exalt on her first. Okay, even though we have the glands, we have enough. Exalt to get the Vuln, and hopefully we don't draw into the 0. Yep, and now this is the burst turn. We now lightning. Lightning. Gird of a pilot. Lightning. Discard. And count the glands in our discard pile. 10. We now exile on Narita, and it's dead. So this is the utter Corpo comp here. Yeah, and we still have glands. That's basically how that comp works. So, lastly, I'm going to go over, before I start the coaching, I'm going to go over Pollux real quick and why he's particularly bad. He does not have a lot of things in his kit compared to Pontos and stuff. Like, look, there's no Vul, no weakness, no strength gain. And another thing I want to showcase here, he does not benefit from strength or anything. He's just a high base damage, so as the game goes older, it gets worse and worse. And there are a lot of bosses and units that aren't really good at Pollux, especially now. Since he has been released, there are 3 bosses which straight up counters Pollux. Because these new bosses have a limit, which is... Let me go in so I can show you something. While I'm talking, let me go in. Let me just go in while I'm talking. So, let's go to this alert 3. If I can showcase. So, the newer bosses that come out have gimmicks such as you can only do X amount of damage per instance of damage. And Pollux's main thing is that the first card he plays has that extra hit. Okay, this boss has corrosion, so it's not a good... So, let me go here. Let me go here first, Mob Wave. So his main gimmick is that the very first card you play of Pollux gets a damage buff. However, that damage buff is calculated separately from strength, base damage, etc. So he does not benefit from those effects. So he actually scales quite badly. Okay, this also has a fucking thing. Whatever, I'm just gonna break it with the Pierce. I'm gonna break it so it's not... So this. So 258, but the very first time you play it, it's 10,000. It's big because of the thing. However, it's not affected by strength gain or GXL or the ladder. It's calculated as its own separate thing. And let me actually make this so it's easier to see what I'm talking about. Let me actually change a few things so it's easier to see what I'm talking about here. Let me borrow a whale Pollux so it's easier to see what I'm talking about, because whale Pollux. Grab this. And remove this wheel real quick. Recommend Scarlet Embrace. Yeah, Scarlet Embrace is good. Or DR. Or Alienness. And it, fucking Riker is flexible. So let me grab this on G-Doll. Yeah, let me change this to what's a good strength one so I can showcase you. Here we go. Well, again, not to say he's got to go well, but you can clear it with lower investment, and I have done so with Caster. He demands way too much as a unit. And we're going to wait until we get some more Key Flare. So I'm just going to end turn here. I'm just going to play these cards and end turn. Yeah, I'm just going to end turn right here. This is Soul Searing. Here we go. And we're good. We're good. I think I have everything I want. Let me just break the front thing. Let me just break the front thing. How do I break the front thing? Actually, I'll wait one more turn, because I want to showcase what I mean. I'm going to wait one more turn. And X here. Because I need to do this to showcase to the viewers the best case scenario here. So, here we go. So first off, we need to break the front shield. So let me break it with the Get 'em Brown here. So that's not factored in. So the very first hit of his cards, his gimmick is like the very first time you play every card, and after you overexalt, which is OE, does a shit ton of damage. So that was 6,344, right? So let me just grab his card again. The second hit is a fraction of the value. So that's entire gimmick. And he only benefits from crit damage and Vuln. So what do I mean by that? So I want you, even the initial hit is not affected by buffs. So I'm going to showcase you what I mean here. So we're rousing the Ogier. We have 47 strength. We're going to buff up the strength. We're going to now exalt on G-Doll. So this is a double buff, right? 50% and a 21% strength. Let's look at how much damage this does. 7,140. And you notice how the buff isn't that strong? It's because his damage is coded as two different values. So it's coded as the first card played valued and the card value after the card is played. So he does not benefit from strength or whatnot. So thing. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rouse, exalt. So notice how the value is the same because it only triggers once, whereas other Awakers can double dip into that. That's another reason why it's really bad, and he does not provide bone, crit damage, or anything. So eventually you'll reach a point where, yeah, he's not a good unit for most players to pull overall. He is good for the first hit, but there are better units that scale infinitely compared to Pollux. Pollux does not scale infinitely because his main damage value component is the first played card. If that makes sense for me to explain. So if I play this, big damage, 4,000. But every other card, 1875. Keep track of that out. 1875. 23 strength. That was a little bit of strength. That was a 200 damage buff. On the base card, it only affects that portion of the card value. It only affects that portion of card value. Where units like Jenkins, for example, I'm going to play one card. This has a 1x strength multiplier in Ultra Turn, and this for multi-hits. Yeah. This is a standard unit, plus 12 versus a Pollux plus 12. And that's every card of Jenkins. She can benefit from more multipliers. Like, whereas this, do all. Wow. So strong, Pollux. Versus Exalt on Jenkins, because she benefits from strength multipliers. And you have more cards. And the damage does not go down. If anything, it goes up. But when you do this, you have to get his overexalt in order to make him higher carry. So yeah, it is. She's probably like one of the worst units in the game. That's why I rate him C tier for general units. No player should ever pull on Pollux. But without further ado, let me get started on my coaching stream.